Hi, I'm Fiddlerman, and I'm here to talk to you about Zyex strings made by Daddario. Now, I've been experimenting a lot with strings because I want to be able to give better advice to my members on Fiddlerman.com. There's so many discussions going on about which type of strings to use. Now, basically you have three types of strings. You have your steel core strings, and then you have your synthetic core strings made out of composite and plastic and so forth, Perlon. And then you have your gut strings, gut core strings. Now, gut core strings are known for having a nice warm sound. Synthetic core strings approach the gut string sound, but they don't have the disadvantages of gut, like playing time and deterioration over time as quickly as with gut, and they actually have more power. Now, maybe the most power you get out of steel core strings, but steel core strings have a slightly metallic sound. That could be good with some types of music, but not everything. If you get something in between, you get a Perlon or a Zyex, as I'm going to talk about now, then you have something that gives you that strength that you almost get with a steel string without the whiny metallic sound. And also with steel strings, they're so stiff, they don't have this flexibility, so if you play really hard on the lower strings, it's like tuning the string up while you're pressing hard with that bow, and you actually bring the intonation up, so it's harder to play in tune. Okay, so out of those three, I have been using Perlon, I've been using dominants and obligatos, but I haven't been 100% happy with those strings because the dominants, for example, after 5-6 weeks, I felt like I had to change them. They didn't last very long, and they would have if you played fifths, they would have kind of a false sound, and the sound was never as good as the first week on any of those strings, right? The first week would give me the top sound. And then the other problem with those strings for me was that I had to have a stronger A string, because when I went from the D string to the A string, there was a big difference in sound. So I could never use the dominant A or the obligato A. I ended up using a steel core piranito A to be able to match the sound between the E and the A and the A and the D. And then the E string, I didn't use either. I would use a gold label E string made by Pirastro. So I had to mix match the set to make it work for me. And it would be good the first week, but it wouldn't be quite as good the following weeks. All right, so the things that are important for me are that the strings have a nice even sound from one string to another. And that they have a nice warm sound, as these do. And that they have a fast action time. Anyway, these strings are the best strings I've discovered in a long, long time. They are less expensive than the strings I've been using. They break in faster, and after a month, I haven't noticed any decline. So I give these strings a big A+, and highly recommend that you try them. They're made by Daddario, they're called Zyex, and you can get them at a real good price on fiddlershop.com. That's my new site for buying accessories and strings and instruments. And I'm going to try to find the products that work best for you. That's what I'm looking for, and that's why I've been trying so many new strings lately. So my recommendation, Zyex strings from Daddario, and you can get them on fiddlershop.com. Thanks for visiting.